Okay, so this is the first video in a series of tutorials, okay, and this is going to be setting up your coursework blog. So you can see I'm in Drive here. First step you need to do is to go over to this icon here, which is the Google Apps. And because we're working in Google Drive, we've got access to a range of additional apps, part of the Google umbrella. So these are the ones that are available. If you click on More and go down to Even More from Google, listen, open up another window with lots of different things, and I think Blogger, which is the app software that we're going to be using, is under Social. There it is. You click on that. So first thing we need to do is to create your blog. So this is the first window. Now what we're going to do, and everyone's going to call their blog the same thing, and what we want is AS Media Studies : Foundation Portfolio. Okay, the next step is going to be to come up with your web address. It's going to be different for everybody. Formula we're going to use is if you type in your first name and then the initial of your surname and then Foundation Portfolio. Make sure there's no gaps in what you're writing, otherwise it won't recognize it. Okay, so there we go. And what Blogger will do is it will check if that address is available. If it's not, you're going to have to play around a little bit and maybe put some numbers in after your name. Okay, so once it's accepted, once the blog address is available, you can click your template. Now you can change and play around with templates at a later date. I'm just going to keep it simple now, and then you click Create Blog. So the next page you will see is what we refer to as the dashboard. Now this is where all the information for your blog is viewable. Now next thing we're going to do is to set up a post. Now blog is really simple, easy software to use, and you'll get the hang of it pretty quickly. Down this side you've got various different options, and we'll come to these at a later date, such as layout, template and settings. You can also view things like stats and comments and earnings to see who's viewed your blogs, and see if anyone's left any comments. Okay, so what we're going to do now is create our first post. There will be information in the presentation for what you need to do for your first post, but I'm just going to take you through the technical aspect of it. So we click on New Post, okay, and then this will open up the next window, and you can see here post title. Now obviously it's really important that you name each post title, otherwise what you'll get in your dashboard is lots of posts called untitled, and you won't be able to see or identify what they are. Okay, now the first post is going to be called Introduction to my Foundation Portfolio. And what I'm going to do, so it looks nice and neat, and because it's title, I'm going to put that in capitals. Okay, so that is the title of this post. Now like I said, the information on what you need to do in your first post is in the presentation. I'm going to be talking about that in the lesson as well, but I'm just going to talk you through now the basic sort of interface of it. Okay, so you've got here text tool. This is my first post for my coursework. Okay, and what you can do is you can highlight that, you can change the size, you can go to bold, you can go to italic, you can underline. Okay, you can change the colour, you can change the background colour. This bit's quite good because what you can do is you can link and hyperlink text within there, okay, which is really useful. I want you to sort of really experiment with this in your coursework, because the examiners love this sort of thing where you are linking to other web pages. That could be another post that you've created on your blog and linked to that, or it could just be a post to an external website. Okay, and obviously we'll be talking about this more in lessons, but that's how you do it. So you just type in. Okay, you can import images, make it look interesting and engaging. So you can import from this blog, you can go to your Google album archive, from your phone, from your webcam, and from a URL. Alternatively, you can choose files that are stored on your computer, so that's really interesting. So just like setting up a image, importing an image, you can also insert a video. Okay, you can align, you can do that centrally. Let's demonstrate that. There, numbers, bullets, quotes, remove all formatting. You can also spell check in there as well. Okay, so that is our first post. Obviously I'm not going to write any more because it's just an example. And once you've finished with this, you've got a couple of options. You can preview it, so you can actually see what it will like when it's online. That there it is, there's not much going on. Okay, so you can see there it's a preview. I'm just going to shut that down. That's the preview window. It'll take me back. You can save it and not actually publish it. So if you've not completed the post, you can save it and come back and finish it at a later date. Or if you're done and you're happy with it, you can publish. Obviously it doesn't really make much difference. I'm just going to shut this down. You can ignore this window. This is like Google's version of Facebook, and if you are on Google Plus, you could utilize that, but I don't think it's particularly popular part of Google, so I'm just going to shut that down. Okay, so we published it and it's on the web. Now just because you've published it doesn't mean you can go back and you can't edit it. You can always go back and re-edit posts that you've published. Okay, so we published it and it is here under posts. Okay, and it's there. Okay, and that is pretty much it for this first video. Thank you very much.